Don't let people's opinions stop you. Don't let people's opinions sway you. Don't let people's opinions get in your way. Okay, it's not about people. It's not about them understanding your dream. It's about you doing it. It's not about them approving your dream. It's about you doing it. Seek wise counsel, but don't
necessarily. She was very encouraging, very inspiring, and she actually motivated me. She was so authentic and very personal, and it really made me feel like I relate to her story. What I aspire to be? Just the best version of myself.
You are listening to Unleash the Podcast, revolutionizing the way women grow, work, live, and lead. Engaging interviews, insightful book reviews, and timeless gems to aid the modern woman in excelling personally and professionally. Hosted by the multi-passionate Tabitha D. James, Unleash the Podcast not only empowers listeners, but also equips them with applicable action-based resources for daily life.
Hey friends, and welcome to this week's episode of Unleash the Podcast. This episode is coming out on a non-traditional day. If you listen in real time, you realize that this is not a Thursday. However, podcast is coming. On the bright side, you get two this week because I do have an episode coming to you this Thursday. If you don't listen in real time, this has nothing to do with you. So today's timeless gem, you too can be a Tyler. Be fearless, be relentless, don't let anybody stop you, and realize that you can do it too. Maybe your thing isn't a film studio. Maybe your thing isn't a multi-million-dollar business. Maybe your thing isn't to have your name in lights. Maybe your thing is to be the one person in your family that heals. Maybe it's to be the one person in your family who can be the example of getting over, right? Getting over all the things, breaking the generational curses, not being in debt, not being enslaved, not being unhappy with your job or unhappy with where you are in life or where you live or any of that. Being free, right? Maybe that's your Tyler story. Maybe your story is to be the one that has a family that stays together and you break the curse of divorce. Maybe you're the one who gets a PhD or some sort of advanced degree. Maybe you're the one who does start a business and it does well and it sustains despite all the statistics around small businesses failing. Maybe that's your story. But whatever your story is, remember that you too can be a Tyler. What is this whole Tyler mantra? So this past weekend, Tyler Perry Studios, they had this whole grand opening, okay? A whole movement, right? Like a whole movement. And yes, it was a grand affair. And yes, this is like a super big deal because 330 acres used to be a Confederate yard. Like, what? Huh? Owned and operated by a black man? What? Like, wow. But beyond all that, this man abused, trauma, homelessness, told no, had shows that did not have anybody in the audience, had shows where he expected thousands and maybe saw teens, right? This is a story and a just modern day example of resiliency, of hard work pays off, of let me show you how to build a table so I can help people to cross, okay? Like, this is, it's monumental, and I hope that you can take something from this and transition it to your life to be like, whoa, I can do anything. I can be the example. As stated, maybe multi-billion-dollar things isn't for you, but there's something, right? There is something on the other side of your yes that is going to not only inspire you, but inspire generations, right? So maybe that's your children, your nieces and nephews, your cousins, the people you mentor, your colleagues even. There is somebody watching and listening for your yes. They are listening and watching for your obedience. They are listening and watching for your resiliency, because it is going to unconsciously approve for them to be resilient, okay? So as I sit in my own thoughts and my own moments, this week I celebrate 7 years since my first keynote speak. 7 flipping years, y'all. So 7 years ago, I was 21 years old, and one of my good friends recommended me to be a keynote speaker for an event, and the lady actually called me. First of all, I was so shaken because I didn't know, what to think. Here I am, fresh out of undergrad. I had spoken at a few events. I had hosted a conference. I had did a few small level things, but keynote in front of a mixed crowd, like adults and, young adults and some children. What? Me? Huh? I didn't even know, what to charge, what to ask for, how to formulate my speech, if you will. Like, I didn't know what to do from Tom's Apple, okay? But let me tell you, I got on Big Brother Google and I figured it out. And I will never forget, my topic came from John Maxwell, go the way, know the way, show the way, right? Or something along those lines. Let me look that up to make sure I get that right. And y'all are gonna hear me typing, transparent. Y'all are gonna hear me typing. But I got on Google and figured out that people charge to speak. Who knew, right? Here I am, not even knowing. And I figured it out, right? They put me up in this nice hotel. My best friend went with me. I spiked my coffee. Yes, I spiked my coffee with a little shot the morning of the speech because my nerves were shot. I was super nervous, but I did it. I got a standing ovation, and the chapter that I had most recently been president of NAACP also got an award at that same luncheon because of my leadership in that role. And y'all don't even know, to be 21, I didn't even understand the magnitude of what was really going on or how that was going to shape my life. And to double back, it was A Leader is One Who Knows the Way, Goes the Way, and Shows the Way by John Maxwell. A few years after that, I got to meet John Maxwell. I sat in a master class as well as a live sermon that he did, and he signed my book. And I thanked him for his years of content, his years of leadership development, his years of service, and most importantly, for him not defying God. This also coincides with Tyler that I was speaking about earlier, because if you look and listen to his interviews and when he talks, he does not defy God. He does not defy the Spirit's presence in his life. And that's something that I'm really big on. Yes, when I speak at maybe public schools or certain entities like that, I'll tame it down because I know the nature of that. But in most cases and situations, no, I'm not going to come and bring like some sermon and start shouting and falling all out in the spirit. But what I'm not going to do is defy the fact that God is in my secret sauce. God is in my business plan. Faith is the substance over here. Like, yes, I have been able to defy all types of odds coming from a small town, going through some trauma in my childhood, having an off the chain teenage tenure, and, seeing some alcoholism and drug abuse and different things through college, but still seeing success through. I know faith was up in there. Okay, y'all, I'm the type that would get lit, go out and go to church. I would take off for revival. I was reading my scriptures. Facebook reminded me today, like 10 years ago, a scripture was in, one of my statuses. I was 18, So faith has been a constant in my life, and I won't defy that. So I was very grateful and humbled when I got to sit in the same space as John Maxwell. Life will come full circle. And he was just simply amazing. I mean, I get chills even now thinking about it. So when I look at the lives of people who really inspire me, the Oprahs, the Tylers, the Johns, the Brené Browns, the Rachels, the Jennas, just listen off names of people who are in industries that I really love and that I really follow. It's like I can do it too, right? And I'm also that to someone. So I must continually answer my call so that I can show up, not just for myself, but for my legacy, right? I want generations to be blessed by the things that I'm doing in 2019. I want generations to be blessed by the things that I'm doing while I'm here. So Tyler, what Tyler has done, I can't even talk and get my words right. What has gone down is so monumental. I'm blessed to be alive to have witnessed the groundbreaking of this, and I cannot wait to see what's to come, because I know there's more, right? I know there's more. And a big gem that I want to drop before I stop is, don't let people's opinions stop you. Don't let people's opinions sway you. Don't let people's opinions get in your way. Okay, it's not about people. It's not about them understanding your dream. It's about you doing it. It's not about them approving your dream. It's about you doing it. Seek wise counsel, but don't accept everything, right? Eat the meat, throw out the bones. Everybody's guidance isn't good guidance, and everybody isn't for you. And so don't let people's negativity soak you up that you become pessimistic, and that you become afraid, and that you become a product of fear, because you are not meant to be here for that. That's not it. Okay, that's not it, y'all. That's not it. So I want to end this timeless gem by saying, go for it. Be resilient in pursuit of your dreams. And as I'm talking to you, I'm talking to myself. Let this example of what recently occurred in Tyler Perry's life to be a reference point for you, that anything is possible, right? Abuse, trauma, homelessness, slam doors, scripts ripped up, now 330-acre film city, basically, okay? With everybody who is somebody up in the building, okay? To praise you. And I know you can hear the cars in the background because I'm not soundproofing this one, so ignore that, take the content. I just had to drop this gem. A gem needed to be dropped. I'm so excited. So the schedule for interviews is popping. I will be recording for the next few weeks, so that interviews will be piping out, and I'm gonna drop some solo episodes in between, as well as the first book review. So next week I will be doing the review for Becoming. So Mother Michelle fails us not, okay? She is dropping Becoming, a guided journal. Let me get the correct title. I don't want to say the wrong thing. Okay, Becoming, a guided journal for discovering your voice. I am so excited. This is meant to be like an expansion of the book. And if you have not read Becoming, my book review is not going to be too much of a spoiler, just a little bit. I'm going to drop, just a few quotes, a few splats from the book that really inspired me. And I'm going to actually close today's episode with one that says, for every door that has been opened for me, I have tried to open my door to others. The reason I'm closing with that is because Tyler said, they wasn't trying to give a seat at the table, so I built my own. So it coincides. When you get a leg up, pull someone up. When you find a way, make a way. And that's that. That's it. That's today's episode that was brought to you by Unleash, the live event that is going down November 16th, Doubletree Oceanfront Resort, Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. for creative female entrepreneurs, creative women who are in the corporate world who want to up level their lives, maybe get that promotion, maybe move within the business or transition to another job. If you are an entrepreneur and you're looking to maybe pivot your business, or you're just starting out and you want some tips to help you take action, this is the event for you. This is not the event if you just want to be empowered, because you can Google something and be empowered, right? You can hop on this podcast and be empowered. The great thing about being in this space is that you leave with action-based steps that you can apply that night, the next morning, sometime in the near future to your business, your brand, or your promotion strategy. So get ready. I hope to see you. If that's not you and you don't identify in that way, tell somebody. I'm actually about to drop a code for people to use, a little tiny tab code. I think I'm gonna leave it live for about a week. It's gonna be a blowout discount. I'm talking blowout discount that you do not want to miss out on. So link to Unleash details, it's in the show notes. Stay abreast on my social media, because I'm about to drop some goodness as it relates to the discount. For every door that's been open for you, open a door for someone else. If you get a seat at the table, pull up a chair for somebody else, okay? I am just an ordinary person who found herself on an extraordinary journey. That is the segue into our book review for Becoming. Until next time, catch you later. Right before you go, friend, don't forget to rate, review, and share the podcast. This really has nothing to do with me, but it's more about the impact. The more you do that, it will help us to reach others, help others to be able to unleash their unique greatness. So before you go, rate, review, and share. Have a good one.